So with a loin, you can use Springbok or just a normal sirloin. And what you do is, the most important part is to remove the fat. You remove the fat and the sinew. The trick is obviously a sharp knife. Like I swear by that. That's the most important thing in the kitchen, is a sharp knife. It makes your work twice as fast. So what you do is you make sure that your knife is always looking up. You see? Not into the meat, up into the fat. There we go. Fat is out. This is the sinew. This is not fat. It's just another part of the meat, but you want this out. Now you can use common sense because you can see that it goes all the way in. So it's pointless just removing it here. So I'd rather lose that part of meat. Obviously with meat, it's very expensive. You don't want to lose any meat. Okay, so you dig deep into the sinew. You don't want to eat this stuff, it's hard. Again, you do what I said earlier, look at the distance. I'm saving all that meat. All that meat goes into the table. My knife is still facing up. Try not to do this, to serrate it. Try and move smooth like this, because otherwise you're gonna have all these steps on your meat. It's easier to do with a heavier piece of meat because then the gravity helps you along. I've only got 2 hands, so it makes it slightly difficult to go one fell sweep. But look at where I go one fell sweep, how good looking the meat is. But you try and avoid these steps. So I'm teaching you what not to do as well as what to do. This is your cut of meat. Beautiful. So now I'm going to quickly show you how you cure a sirloin. Curing is basically a very cool way of prepping your meat. It's like cooking it without cooking it. It's how in the olden days people used to cook food. They didn't have necessarily fire and flame all the time when they needed it, so they needed to devise a way to store and keep meat for a longer period of time, and as well as have it on the go should they need to. Now, how you cure the meat is you mix 50% sugar and salt, just like this. Put some salt. So you mix it like so. You put it in a container, put all of it so you can mix it first. Mix the salt and the sugar. Very important that the mixture is perfect. You can put some pepper granules. Put some thyme sprigs in there. Rosemary, love the smell of rosemary. Mix it up, put it in there, get in there. Then put it back in the beaker. So you want some of it to be in the bottom, just like so. Don't push it deep. You want it to sit on the salt and sugar mix, right? And then you take the rest and you put it on top and you cover it. But make sure that the whole sirloin is covered, to cover it all the way so that you can't see it. I typically leave this overnight. Put it in a container like this, so it's just a normal Tupperware container. Same thing I've just done now. I literally put the sugar at the bottom, the mixture of sugar and salt at the bottom, and then put the meat and cover it totally. Sugar and salt mixture along with the pepper and the rosemary. In about 18 hours, what's happening is that all the moisture comes out of the meat and it literally sucks it out, as you see. I mean, you can see all this liquid. I didn't put any water. You literally just close it off and leave it overnight. You don't put it in the fridge, you just leave it at room temperature, and this is what you get the next morning. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wash off the meat and then I'll show you what the meat looks like. This is what happened after about 18 hours. So it's a bit stiffer now. Let's see what it looks like. Again, sharp knife. I'm going to try and remove the serrated edge first. We're going to cut very thin strips. Let me taste first. Yum, just too good. Gonna julienne some carrots, very thin, like that. Now use some snap peas. What you wanna do is, watch your sharp knife. You see, you peel the edge off like that, and you do the reverse side, like that. And again, you julienne these into small. Some spring onion, same thing, thin little juliennes. You mix it up like so. Find a very nice thin piece. This looks good. Put it in the middle, and then I wrap it up. Okay, then you mix some 2 parts avocado oil to 1 part vinegar. It just makes a very cool dressing. 1, 2, and then 1 part, and that's just the formula for a dressing. It's always 2 to 1. And this is rice vinegar. So you mix it up. Ideally add some sesame seeds, salt, some pepper. Mix it up. It helps bring out the shine. It makes these bad boys look pretty, handsome.
Again. A little bit salty, but not too much, and also fresh. Springbok. Oh, I should have known. I love Springbok. Yeah, really good.
I don't know. It looks like a biltong thing. Quite an interesting mix of flavors. I didn't quite expect that. So very nice.